All right, this is a plane, and I love them. I'm Glen Powell, I'm obsessed with aviation. From when I was probably 8 years old to when I graduated high school, I had a poster of the Blue Angels on my wall. I went to an air show of the Blue Angels. I got all those pilots to sign my posters. I always loved aviation, and then, you get, cast in a movie like Top Gun. It's like as cool as it gets. So this is the F-14 Tomcat. This is the plane from the original Top Gun. This plane is still flyable, but no longer really in use with the Navy. One of my favorite little facts is that you have your squadron right on the tail. And when I was designing Hangman, when I was doing Top Gun, I was gonna put this on my helmet, and then I put it on my helmet. Jerry Bruckheimer was like, that looks like Pirates of the Caribbean. You cannot put that on your helmet. That's a different movie. I got my pilot's license. I was shooting Top Gun Maverick, also known as Tom Cruise. He shows up and leaves set in his own little plane every day, a little P-51, little World War II fighter plane. It's like immaculate, but it's just the coolest look. When you leave set and you just take off into the sunset, like you want to be a part of that. After I wrapped up the movie, I had probably more F-18 hours than any civilian out there, which is kind of crazy. Like when I went to go get my pilot's license, the guy opened up my logbook, and usually you see like a Cessna 172 hours or whatever, and I had, extra 300, 172, L39, and there was like F-18, 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 which no other civilian gets to do is fly the F-18. When you're on a movie like Top Gun, it's infectious. I find this in anything I'm ever doing, is when you're surrounded by the best, you can't help but just get inspired and want to know more and want to be a part of it. When you walk around the world and then, and you're part of the aviation community, you look up in the sky, most people see a plane, they're like, oh, there's a plane up there. And then, now I'm like, oh, what is that? What are they flying? As a pilot, you have to get used to disappointing people because it's not always safe to fly. You don't want to fly when you are not feeling great or when the weather is not there. And if you have a bunch of friends that want to go to Napa or Vegas or go play golf in Scottsdale or whatever, it's like, you should never force it when something happens with your plane that's unexpected. It definitely gets real up there, and I think it's important to, realize your mortality. You really got to know your plane. The more you fly, the more calm you feel in those situations, and I feel that flying for me is like meditative. I feel like in my job and my life, it's sometimes hard to quiet the noise. There's just so much happening all the time that there's something really peaceful for me about flying, just being up there, listening to some music and flying where I want to go.